I've been talking to former auctioneer Lord Charles Hindlip about selling Vincent van Gogh's masterpiece, Sunflowers.
There are just a few minutes to go before the sale begins, and there are more people here than for any Christie's sale ever held. The atmosphere is one of great excitement.
It's March 1987. At the Christie's auction house in London, an exclusive crowd are gathering for what's expected to be one of the biggest nights ever for the international art market.
The signs are that this painting is so sought after by the likes of America's Getty and Metropolitan Museums, to name but two, that all previous records will be broken.
Christie's chairman, Lord Charles Hindlip, will be in charge of auctioning Sunflowers.
Walking into an auction room, you don't want to get up onto the rostrum and announce yourself with a sort of fanfare, or just to walk up the aisle and say, gosh, how nice to see you, I haven't seen you for a long time, glad you're here. Be sort of relaxed, informal. And then you get into the rostrum, you're in charge.
In the weeks leading up to the auction, Christie's had put Sunflowers on display.
The painting is so valuable it hangs behind steel bars. The public have only been allowed in a few at a time to admire this Van Gogh at close quarters.
The Dutch artist created a series of paintings of sunflowers in vases towards the end of his life. Vase with 15 sunflowers is the most famous of them all. It contrasts the dazzling yellows of the flowers in bloom with the dry browns of the wilting stems.
Van Gogh painted the sunflower studies a little over 100 years ago in the French town of Arles, where they were intended to decorate the bedroom of his painter friend Gauguin. Throughout his short life, Van Gogh was desperately poor, yet he had a premonition that one day his works would be valued.
And in the build-up to auction day, it was the potential price that was on the mind of visitors to Christie's.
I don't think if I had all that money, unless it was signed, it hasn't got a signature on it, has it?
To look at a painting and then think of 10, 20 million pounds, it's a lovely painting, but it goes beyond reasoning, I think.
Obviously, the price tag was also on Lord Hindlip's mind.
We had a fairly good inclination that the sunflowers would fetch between 10 and 15 million, and the previous highest price for any work of art was slightly less than 10 million, so we're untrod ground, really.
But to break a world record, an auctioneer also has to know how to go about it. Charles says you have to charm people into parting with as much money as possible.
There are certain tricks of the trade.
It's the power behind a beat. Kesmionline FM 107.1.
exactly 55 minutes past 7 Kesmionline Radio. It's the station Thursday. The 31st day of March 2022. And we're just seeing this is how we choose to welcome you on today's edition of Kesmionline. Stretching from now until 10 when I say goodbye to you. And don't forget exactly 8:15 the time for the headlines papers. 8:30 sharp. We'll be coming your way with our regular conversation for each and every morning here on this particular network. Osman Al-Husseini has been my name, executively produced by Mr. Kesmionline Ibrahim. Together we thank you so much for placing your dial on this particular network. As we always say, legislation to make the same faction, precisely furnishing the right style we deserve. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. Wherever you find yourself this morning, I say good morning to you and thanks so much for keeping me on your radio. And the last 24 hours in Ghana have been very significant because of the number of major headlines. The passage of the electronic transaction levy e-levies, Ghana excited qualification for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar was both coincided with the President's birthday and President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo 2022 State of Nation address. So during his address, the President spoke about a number of issues including the recent passed electronic transaction e-levy, the qualification of Ghana for the 2022 World Cup, and issues surrounding coup scares in the country. The Hours Plus long address also touches on a array of topics and subjects. Here are highlights of the 2022 State of the Nation address as delivered by the President of the Republic, made possible by Kesmionline Radio. Akufo-Addo saluted the management, technical and playing team of the Black Stars, who against odds beat the Super Eagles of Nigeria in Abuja to qualify the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Coronavirus reset. Ghana could not have been prepared for the catastrophe that hit us, added that even the richest economy with the most sophisticated structures were unprepared. He said his government took the decision to prioritize the saving of life, after which they will get together to rebuild the economy. Nobody imagined that the evacuation will be so wasteful and last so long. So this government remains alive to its responsibility to the Ghanaian people. Government undertaking the construction of 111 entitled, which comprise standard 100-bed district hospital for 100 and one district without hospital, with the accommodation for doctors and nurses, 6 new regional hospitals for each of 6 new regions, the rehabilitation of Efia Nkwanta Hospital in the Western region, 1 new regional hospital for the Western region, and 3 psychiatric hospitals for each of the 3 zones of the country, that is North and Middle and Coastal. So the Agenda 11 project will create some 30,900 jobs for construction work and completion, some 34,300 jobs for health workers. So 17.7 billion Ghana cedis or 46 4.6% of GDP spent on containing the coronavirus since 2020. Russia-Ukraine war has a direct impact on lives in Ghana. Government to start construction 5 technical colleges in next few months. 3 technical institutions will be upgraded to tertiary status. The initial phase of construction of 9 TVET campus will commence next month April in Busotri, Achim, Awisa, Buakwa, Kenyase, Patuda, Dambai and Larabanga and Tobiri. The Creative Arts Senior High School in Kwadasu, whose construction is currently 7% complete, will serve as a beacon for many young and talented people seeking a fulfilled career in his field. In 2021, Ghana recorded some 623,523 visitors, up from the 300